Welcome back to another edition of Dallas Cowboys Breakdown on TimesRecordNews.com. Andy Newberry here with Jonathan Hull. We went for the big Texas showdown last week. Cowboys passed another test.
That's right. Passed against a good defense, too.
And the feeling I got from in the locker room and from some of the people close to the team was that was the best team they'd beat all year. I know the Saints were a bigger name team because of their offense, but the linemen that I talked to, they said that was the best team they'd played so far. That will not be the case.
No, that's only going to hold true. That's only going to hold true for 1 week. No, they raved about the Texans' defense and how tough it is, but Seattle might have the best defense in the history of football. I'll just throw that out there. It is one of the best in the history of all football to me. So it's right up there, and that's what they've got to come up against now.
And Seattle was in primetime Monday night and beat the Redskins, which in one way that helps the Cowboys in the division.
They're on a short week,
So shorter week. What do you see? Do you give Cowboys any chance here?
Oh yeah, you give them a chance. I think the opening line was a little too exaggerated. One opening line I saw was 8.5, and I would take Dallas in that situation. I think they can stay within 8.5 of this team.
I think the formula for them to stay close and have a chance to win has to be no fumbles lost this week.
No, you can't turn it over.
You may have one turnover. You might be able to survive one. You can't survive three.
The real odd thing about the Seattle defense, and I think it just extends further how good they are, they don't create a lot of turnovers. They've only got 3 turnovers on the season. But at the same time, their offense doesn't turn it over. They've only turned it over once all year in 6 games.
They're happy to tackle you and bring your punter out.
And I think, but that's
Kirk Cousins didn't turn it over against them.
No, he didn't. And he turned it over plenty the previous week. But yeah, you don't have DeMarco Murray can't have his first quarter fumble, or else you're going to find yourself behind. Because Russell Wilson is going to take. That's the one thing he does. Maybe he's not the greatest quarterback, but man, he manages a game as well as
he is hard to get off the field. That's what I've noticed watching them this year. I think their offense is a little better. He's a little more confident. And he won't run for another 122 yards against the Cowboys. No. That wasn't part of the plan. But he is dangerous, finding Kirsch, Baldwin, any of those guys. About the time you let up, they get to your 30 or 40, he may hit a home run on you.
There's not a big name receiver on this team. I mean, Percy Harvin is there, but they almost use him more as a wing back type of deal.
And I think the Cowboys, I don't know what you feel about it, I think the Cowboys with their defense, I think they'll fare better against Lynch than they did Foster.
Yeah, I do too, because Foster's more of a gasher and Lynch is more of a pounder, kind of getting between the tackles. I think they do okay against
the Cowboys are hustling and getting a lot of people to the ball.
And I really like the matchup is intriguing. You have Des Bryant versus Richard Sherman. You got DeMarco Murray matched up against Marshawn Lynch. You're talking about the 2 best running games in the NFL right now. It's really, I think it is. I think it's a great matchup. The biggest difference, the biggest thing for the Cowboys is, again, can that defense continue to hold up against an offense that's going to be efficient and making sure that they constantly move the ball down the field.
So it's going to be a good game. When we come right back, we'll look at some of that Cowboy defense and a few of the unsung heroes so far in the 4-1 start.